I don't have a good microphone. Let me say that up front. Sorry for any background noise that you hear. I recorded this at like midnight. Thank you to my dad for looking for my sketchbook, saying that you liked it, and wanting to see a complete copy of it backed up on the internet. I had a couple goals that you saw on a sticky note on the first page. The first one was to reattempt the 100 face challenge, and I think I got through 15 faces. The last time I did it, I got through 11. So it was an improvement, but only by a little bit. I worked on the sketchbook through the 17th of December in 2019 until August 4th of this year. I bought a new sketchbook when there was still space left over in this red one, intending to use the last few pages to draw whatever I wanted, and then my new sketchbook is entirely dedicated to studies and just drawing from life. And for the most part, I think that's worked out well for me. A part of me misses being able to compose my digital artwork in my sketchbook. I think because I knew that the canvas that I was working on wasn't going to be the finished product, I allowed myself to do a lot more revisions and become comfortable with the composition and a concept that I had originally in my mind. I was able to flesh it out a lot more. And while I enjoy digital art for all the freedom that it allows, I also kind of hate it a lot. I very much miss the sounds associated with traditional art, if that makes any sense. I enjoy painting, and of course I enjoy digital art, and the tapping of my stylus on my iPad is really pleasing to hear, but definitely the scratch of pencil and other supplies is super satisfying and my favorite sound in the whole wide world. When I started this sketchbook, I allowed myself to draw from my mind, but I definitely had a pressure in the back of my head telling me that I needed to improve. And when I think I have too much freedom to just draw whenever and whatever I want, I don't. And so building up a steady habit of enjoying doing studies, and as I enjoy and as I continue to do them, I get better. Not only drawing realistically, but also drawing from my mind. I always get into this terrible habit of I don't feel that a sketchbook is good enough until I've stepped away from it for a few months. And so when I ended this, let me look at what I wrote in the end. I wrote, "As I prepare to start my new sketchbook tomorrow, I think about my process concerning this one and the last. As I became inspired by My Hero Academia last October, I began a new chapter in that last sketchbook. My artwork felt familiar from that point on. With this sketchbook, I have a hard time remembering where things are. I love a lot of the work in it, but I'm not attached to it like I was before." It might sound silly, but I am very attached to my sketchbooks. I take them around with everywhere. I take them around with me everywhere. And now that I have my digital sketchbook and my iPad, I miss it, and I get really attached to being able to flip through the pages and seeing what I last did. And I want to return to that. Let's finish up this voiceover by talking about my quarantine, which means gushing about my little brother. We are 4 years apart in age, but somehow we think that we're the same age. I made him watch My Hero with me earlier this year. We were getting ready for the movie Heroes Rising, and let me tell you, if you truly enjoy something, make someone you love watch it with you. Because having someone to make fun of me, as I constantly cried over this show, is way more fun than just crying alone over a show. And when we went to the movie, we showed up 30 minutes early. Nobody was there. We just kind of ran around and I'm surprised we didn't destroy the entire theater. We were so excited. And it was just magical. I'm so glad that he was there with me. I'm living away from home right now. I'm moving back in like 3 days. So sorry for gushing about my family, but I'm excited to see them again. Elliot, if you see this video, I'm so sorry, but I love you. Ben tried to get my older sister to watch it with me. And surprise, surprise, it turned out to be more fun annoying her every single day to watch it with me instead of actually watching it with her. Yeah, I can't wait to move home and torment her about it again. So, love you, Helen. Here's your thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching me flip through my sketchbook while complaining and then gushing about my family for probably way too long, but it was a fun ride, so thank you very much.